It's time for the Wendy Williams Show. Today, Royal Pain star Mark Feuerstein. Plus, is Jenny McCarthy joining The View? Ian Drew is here with the inside scoop. And friend to the show, Kerry Washington is married. Wendy's got the details. Now, here's Wendy.
Thank you for being here, studio audience. How you doing? I'm doing great. It's Monday, and we have a fabulous show planned for you. 50 Cent's in trouble with the law. And Jennifer Love Hewitt has quit Twitter. And Kerry Washington, we all know she got married. However, we here have more juicy details on the man and the matrimony. Let's talk about it and more. It's time for Hot Topics. Thank you. Make yourselves at home. I mean, you know, I hope everybody had an enjoyable 4th of July holiday. The thing is that, you know, 4th of July, first of all, was last week. It was last Thursday. Today is Monday. People are still saying, I hope you had an enjoyable 4th of July. I don't really get it. I mean, I'm as American as the next person, but 4th of July, it's not just a random holiday anymore. We hold it as high as Christmas, and we do. We hold it that big. Even growing up on the Jersey Shore, I just never thought of it as that big of a deal. However, this year it was a big deal because it was my only day off until August 12th. I know, there was no talk show. We had encore presentation, and there was no Broadway. So I stayed in the house all day in a robe, my wig in the drawer. Like, I did absolutely nothing. We didn't leave the house. My parents came over. We did a little grilling and chilling and stuff. But anyway, back to Chicago. So you know I'm doing my run, Chicago on Broadway. And you went? Thank you. You had a good time? Excellent. Thank you. So I'm playing Matron Mama Morton, and I already have 13 shows under my belt. I know. Broadway doesn't stop for anybody. I mean, you know, we're dark again tonight because, you know, Monday there are no Broadway shows, and then, anyway. And last night, there was a note passed to me backstage. Judge Alex was in the audience. I know. Now, if you know anything about me, then you know that I don't just, like, do daytime TV. I live for daytime TV. Talk shows and judge shows give me life. And so I love Judge Alex, and he was there last night at the performance, and then he came back and said, how you doing? And then he went on. You know, he's in town because he was asked to go on a lot of the news shows about the George Zimmerman trial. So how you doing, Judge Alex? Thank you for coming last night. Anyway, there's lots of celebrity relationship news over the holiday weekend. I couldn't wait to get back here and talk to you about it. First of all, that thing about 4th of July, okay, it's such a big deal that if you don't spend the 4th of July with your lady love, all of a sudden you're broken up. Did you hear about George Clooney and Stacy Keibler? Okay, well, he's 52 and she's 33, and there's speculation that they're no longer together after being together for a year and a half because they didn't spend 4th of July together. Really? Maybe they wanted to have a true Independence Day. No. So George and Stacy, well, we here at Hot Topics dug a little bit deeper. And 4th of July is just the tip of the iceberg, everybody. We found out here at a Wendy, this is a Wendy exclusive because nobody said this. They haven't been in public together for the last 3 months. Oh. Now there's the story. And the last time they were together, that hot guy was with them. Who is that? Because whoever that is out Clooney and Clooney. Somebody said he's the security guard, but nobody would be dopey enough to have a security guard around that hot, would they? Anyway, a source says that it's always the same for George Clooney, and we've watched these relationships with him. He gets with a woman, as soon as they get too close, they've run their course, then he pulls back. He's admitted before in the press that he'll never get married, so, you know, he might even have a relationship with women when he first gets with them, like on the very first date, you know, I'm really digging you, but I want you to know that I don't want to get married. I'm not thinking about having kids, at least at this time. I've never heard him say he doesn't want kids, so maybe one day he'll have them. But, you know, right now we're just going to have fun, ride it till the wheels fall off, and then and then you're going to move on with your life. So I have no idea. All I know is that if they're not together, then she certainly got something out of the deal, because we wouldn't have known. Well, I wouldn't have known Stacy Keibler if she wasn't with George Clooney. I didn't follow Girl Fight in the rinks, because that's what she did. She's a girl fighter. And now she landed this new game show on Lifetime. It's called Supermarket Sweeps. Only it's not the one that we loved from back in the day. Yeah, we're thinking the same. You mean the one with the baskets? It's not that one. It's some other show where people invent things, and if the invention sticks, then they end up in our supermarkets. Anyway, if they're not together anymore, then Stacy Keibler, you still win, because you've put yourself in front of all of us, and certainly the next man will be like you're in the Clooney zone now. So you go, girl. Go, girl. And then, when we found out about Kerry Washington, I was gagging. Especially because she pulled one over on us here at Hot Topics. That's not easy. So apparently she got married in Idaho, of all places, last month. I mean, that's the thing. If you want to do something on the down low, then you go someplace where, you know, you can chill and chillax, and the people in Idaho are so cool. You all had our telephone number. You didn't even call. So Kerry's 36. You know she's a friend of the show. She's been here twice. Both times she was with her parents. You know, she's from the Bronx. Her mom and dad are still together. She grew up in a particular lifestyle, like, you know, Jack and Jill and Martha's Vineyard and Sag Harbor, like kind of black but block. Except she's not snobby, but she's used to some of the finer things in life. You know, so she's 36 years old, and her little fella, her new husband, is from the San Francisco 49ers. I know you've heard the story. Now look at me. He's a San Francisco 49er. I don't want to murder his name, but I'm going to say it as best as I can. Nnamdi Asomugha. He's 31. His mother and father are from Nigeria. They moved here, and Nnamdi grew up in Lafayette, Louisiana. So now, according to the New York Daily News, they met when Nnamdi saw her performing on Broadway. A few years ago. You never know who's in the audience. Anyway, there's more to Nnamdi. He's not some dumb jock. He got his degree in corporate finance from UC Berkeley. And he's got a budding acting career. I know, that's what I said too. Suzanne, you're the loudest one. You said, oh. No. Don't you worry about Nnamdi. He doesn't need acting right now. Here's the deal. And I don't follow football so much, but some of the fellas around here do, and so I always ask them. So Nnamdi got this $60 million contract to play for the Philadelphia Eagles years ago, even though he doesn't look like a $60 million player, does he? But you don't always have to be so big to play football. I remember back in my day, there was Doug Flutie. A little tiny guy from Boston College who did big things in the football. So here's Nnamdi. He got this $60 million contract to do big things for the Eagles. Apparently, the big things only lasted for 1 year, and they threw him right out of there. But he went to the Eagles from the Raiders, and football contracts aren't guaranteed, so he might not have gotten the $60 million, but he might have gotten $10 million. And then he took that and he went to the San Francisco 49ers, and the 49ers are the champions of the world, aren't they, or something like that? They're losers? They lost? Yeah, but they're the second champions of the world.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with being number 2. And And he's a cornerback. He's not exactly Larry Zonka, but he's like a Croy Bierman. That's some money coming in. And she's on a world-class show. That Scandal, everybody watches it. And I love that they are so into each other that they didn't let any of us know about it. And so congratulations, Kerry, and congratulations, Nnamdi, and good luck with your love. Yeah. By the way, as a sidebar, was I the only person actually shocked at, I thought she had a type, and I thought it started out being white. Don't be offended, because I looked on Facebook and there are thousands of people who were thinking the same thing, only I'm the one saying it. I thought he would be white, like when I heard, right? When you heard. So it's just nice to see Black love going strong, and you all are doing your thing, and very nice. Because she was engaged before to that fella, that little boy who played in Tom Hanks' piano movie. Remember when he danced on the piano, Tom Hanks, Big? This is the little boy from Big. He grew up to be a good-looking man, didn't he? Well, they were engaged at one point. No word on what happened, but the point is that Kerry has found love, and she hid it from us, and now it's out of the closet. So congratulations. And so now, have you heard about this 50 Cent baby's mama drama? Oh, there's more to the story, including broken chandeliers and everything. You know it's bad when you're breaking a chandelier, because you've got to reach up and swing, or, you know what I mean? Okay. Look how he's standing. According to TMZ, 50 was charged with domestic violence after allegedly kicking one of his baby's mothers during a fight last month. Who kicks? When you kick in a fight, doesn't it remind you of, because when you kick, that means you windmill? Kicking and windmilling. Allegedly, 50. I don't see him as losing his cool like this. I was very shocked at this story. I thought he was a better businessman. I thought he was smarter. I didn't think that he felt this way about women, the whole bit. Like, this whole story just kind of took me off my heels. Allegedly, 50 got so mad during the fight that he broke chandeliers, plural. Now, you know what's bad when you're breaking chandeliers? He broke up furniture, and he broke up a TV and a lamp. Now, to me, the only thing that's breakable in that entire list is a lamp. Only because on all the Lifetime movies, you know, you see somebody grab a lamp or a vase and go, damn! You know, or sometimes they throw a low ball crystal glass into the fireplace. Have you ever broken anything during the fight? That must feel so good. to just, like, break something. I'm not a thrower and a breaker, but that must be very relieving. And when you break a chandelier, there's glass on the floor for 5 years. There's like, there's no cleaning that up. Then you got that hole in the ceiling. A mess. And all that breaking only added up to, according to sources, about $7,100 in damages. Well, 50 denies the allegations, and he was never arrested. But he was charged with 1 count of domestic abuse and 4 counts of vandalism. Only, I was reading that he was saying, look, how can I be charged for vandalizing my own property? Because it's his condo and his furniture, and he's got all the receipts for everything. When the news broke out about the fight, people assumed that the alleged victim was his first baby's mother, Shaniqua Tompkins. Only I knew it wasn't, because Shaniqua clearly looks like she will fight back. She will fight. Shaniqua is the mother of 50's 16-year-old son. But no, she wasn't the victim. The victim was the newest baby's mother of a son, and her name is Daphne Joy. Well, there they are on the beach during happier times. And here's a picture of Miss Joy, full body. There's Daphne's Joy, right down there. No, a cute girl, great body. Allegedly, they met through 50's good friend, Floyd Mayweather. Daphne and 50 dated for 3 years, and the relationship produced a child. Apparently, 50 had her stashed to the side, like, I don't want this kid to be out in the media, which can produce a lot of, I never blame stars when they want to keep their kids out of the spotlight, you know what I mean? Problem is that I was also hearing that the fight allegedly stemmed from this girl, Daphne, being mixed up with like one of those street guys with, like, you know, a heavy hand in the street, a piece of a record deal. Kind of like that guy AP9 that Coco Ice-T's, kind of like this guy. Uh-huh. You know the type. It's like, to me, Daphne and you girls who, you know, end up in a situation like this, the little boy, their son, is under 5 years old, which means, and 50's gonna keep his money. You know, he's not like one of these stupid people out here who's got no money and he's tricking it all up on Gucci couches and stuff. So my thing is, you had a baby by him. He made you a millionaire, baby. Why can't you now cover up a little bit, tuck it in? I understand that you're attractive and you still want to get out there, and a woman needs love too, but pick a different kind of guy. Like, what's wrong with picking somebody like somebody fresh out of Harvard Dental School who knows nothing about that side of life, doesn't care about 50 Cent, you know, he's just well thought with a good practice and, you know, just a different kind of guy. Get off the streets, Daphne Joy, straighten up. And 50 Cent, I hope this is not true, because you don't impress me as that type. And then, friend to the show, Jennifer Love Hewitt, quit Twitter. Well, apparently one of you all hurt her feelings bad. Probably a few of you all. Well, you know she's pregnant with she's newly pregnant and newly engaged with her co-star from the show that she is a star on. His name is Brian Halsey, and she announced that she's done with Twitter. Here's her tweet. I know, right? Here's what she says. Unfortunately, with all the negativity people choose to send on Twitter, as well as threats to their own well-being, I'm sad to say Twitter is no longer for me. Life should be filled with positivity and holding each other up, not making threats and sending bad vibes. I agree. I mean, I agree. You know, apparently people were tweeting scary things to her, and people tweet scary things sometimes to people in general, like, follow me or I'll harm myself. You better follow me or I'll harm you. You know what I mean? So it gets a little scary. I mean, we have Twitter, Facebook. I just reached my millionth Facebook fan like 2 months ago. And Whoa, because I think we did it in a dignified way. Like, if you follow me on Facebook, you're not gonna catch me telling you all about my life and what's all going on and everything. I'm not that girl. I mean, we could probably have 5 million Facebook followers if I tweeted you every single second of my life, what I'm eating, what I'm doing, you know, bathing suit shots, when I'm in Macy's in the dressing room. What do you think about this outfit? Do you like this? But I don't do that. I remember when I first got Twitter, when I first got Twitter, I tweeted that I was actually in the grocery store and I was contemplating the price of ketchup. And within 5 minutes, there were Wendy watchers in the grocery store. Literally, I was still on the ketchup aisle contemplating, looking at me contemplate and I'm like, how did you all, and I wasn't really sure how the whole Twitter, Facebook thing worked at the time. This is back in the summer of 2008 when we were a 6-week sneak peek and they were there in my community and I was like, oh, hell to the no. Okay, I'm not doing this anymore. So now, I use my Twitter for, and you might think it's boring stuff because I'm not tweeting, you know, how many drinks I'm having at the club and everything, but I tweet nice stuff like congratulations to Kerry Washington, or, you know, and things like that. Although, over the break, I wanted to tweet you about a new snack I discovered. And then I just said, I'm just gonna wait to tell you about it. You're gonna thank me later about the new peanut butter Pop-Tarts. That's it. That's it. There's not, first of all, they don't have the glaze on the top, you know, so they're not real sweet. It's just a little sprinkling of sugar, and it's not too crystally for our older teeth. It's not too crystally, but it's not powder either. And then the peanut butter inside is, thank me later, they're perfect. I ate a pack on 4th of July. Look, I missed the whole Mariah Carey whatever performance over at with Nick Cannon. I missed that. Did you watch that stuff on TV? I didn't watch that. I didn't see the live from Philadelphia. Kevin Hart was hosting. I was stuck in Another Kind of American. I watched a marathon of American Greed and felt just as red, white, and blue as you all with my Pop-Tarts. Anyway, back to the hot topics. Okay. So Beyonce's got a stepmom now, and she's 48 years old. Beyonce's father, Matthew Knowles, who's 61, married the realtor, former model, Gina Avery. Gina's 48. That's Beyonce and her dad during happier times. Beyonce's parents split in 2009. Remember, after Matthew tipped out on Beyonce's mother, Tina, and had a baby boy. Mm-hmm. And you want to know why Tina always looks angry? That's why. Beyonce and her sister Solange were both no-shows at the wedding. Now, here's my thought on that. At first, I was like, okay, when your dad marries at 61, his new life really has nothing to do with you. Can't you just pretend to be happy for him for 45 minutes at the Justice of the Peace? You know what I mean? Then I found out that this new wife had one of those big, giant weddings like she's 25. I was like, oh, no wonder the girls didn't show up. Nobody wants a dog and pony show when a 48-year-old woman marries a 61-year-old man. I'm not judging, but I'm judging. And I'm sorry if that's you. I just see nothing practical. Even if it's your first wedding, even if you've never been in love in your life, if you are a 48-year-old woman, and even if your man can afford to have the big wedding, like, really, girl? Anyway, Matthew told TMZ that the girls had previous engagements, but we here at Hot Topics checked their calendars. Hold on, we did. And we found out Beyonce actually had the day off from her world tour. So she was home, chilling. And Solange was hanging out on the beach in Senegal. Sidebar, isn't this what you picture a lifeguard stand looking like in Senegal? It's beautiful. Anyway, so both girls were free, but they didn't go to the wedding. But congratulations to you, Matthew. Anyway, okay, so now look. We've got a great show planned for you today. From the hit show Royal Pains, the always enjoyable Mark Feuerstein is here. But up next, from Us Weekly, Ian Drew is going to join us with the inside scoop on Eva Longoria's hot new romance and more. Keep it here. Inside Scoop, joining us with the juicy stories from Us Weekly magazine. Welcome our friend Ian Drew. Yay.
Hello. Here we are.
Ian,
Yeah.
Let's talk about our friend Jenny McCarthy. I think this is great.
Yes.
I hope it's true.
Yeah, I think it is.
Okay.
I think it's looking very, very good. Basically, to fill everyone in, Joy Behar is leaving The View after 16 years. We all know that. Everyone is wondering who's going to take her place. They were going to do a revolving door of co-hosts, try them out. And they've been trying out Jenny McCarthy lately. She's been co-hosting, doing a great job, really tearing it up, and just fits well with the whole team.
Well, the thing about Jenny is that, you know, she's a 40-something-year-old woman, so she's a woman with a little bit of age on her. She also has her son, who happens to be autistic. She's a big advocate. Yeah. She goes to D.C. and stuff. You know, she's more than just Jenny McCarthy, dirty girl who sticks her tongue out. I mean, you know, because she gives us both.
There's that too, though. Don't block that out.
And that's what she does on her VH1 show, which is on or canceled.
It's on, but it's not doing well in the ratings. It turns out insiders are saying, because they're testing it out, she's better in a group setting. She's not so good on her own, and she sort of overpowers the other people that she has on the show. But on The View, it's a nice balance. It's hard to overpower Whoopi or Barbara. So you know, she's fitting in pretty well.
I think it's terrific. She's also funny like Joy, so she's got all those things in common. I think Whoopi's great. I think Sherry is great. Now, I don't picture Jenny and Hasselbeck getting along, although the word in the street is that Hasselbeck is out.
That doesn't look like it's going to be a problem.
Good.
We reported several months ago that
okay.
Elizabeth was leaving, and Barbara went on and said, well, we're not asking her to leave, but if anyone wants to leave, we're leaving the door open. So that's basically saying...
Really, Barbara?
Yeah. So that's basically saying, if you read between the lines, what we've heard, which is they are going to allow Elizabeth to announce she's leaving when she's ready. Now, she hasn't announced it yet. What I have heard from insiders is she is going to announce it when she has another job lined up, so it's not embarrassing.
Well, she can get something over on the on one of those other channels.
Well, she's in talks with other channels. I've heard she's in talks with CNN and other networks, but they're waiting for that, for her to graciously be able to say
you'll be fine, Hasselbeck. And now that makes room for Brooke Shields, who I'm hoping gets the Hasselbeck chair.
Yeah. She's also been in talks.
Well,
she's been in talks. Now, if she doesn't sign on, they're going to do the revolving co-host thing for Elizabeth's
No. Get somebody there permanently. It should be Brooke Shields. She just bought a mansion in Long Island, so that if that's a little hint right there. And then
you get 2 moms on the show.
Two moms. But you know what?
3.
Here's the thing.
4.
Don't make The View too young. They need an older person to be there when Barbara leaves, and Barbara's going to be leaving also soon. Not this year.
After next season.
After next season.
2014.
And I still say, and I know Kirstie Alley's got a sitcom coming out, but if that sitcom thing doesn't work out, or even if you can find time to do both, I think Kirstie would be the perfect older, broad, because we want a broad there who knows stuff. I think that she and Whoopi are perfect, and then the other young girls.
Well, they tested her out. Actually, Whoopi was one of the people that was for her, but they are deeming her now a little bit too much, too abrasive and too in your face. They don't want another Rosie situation. Remember, Rosie didn't work out that well over there, and she's a little bit in that vein, a little overpowering.
Okay, so we have to just find somebody who's over 60. I think.
Yeah,
I think
there's some
somebody
takers. Cloris Leachman. If you're going to go to the Dancing with the Stars route, go back to Cloris Leachman.
That's over 80.
That would be a wild card, Why not?
Hi,
hey, that's
Leachman.
a very important demographic. They do watch the show. All right. Hey, I'm trying here. I'm trying. I'm giving you a suggestion.
So, I don't know, but we'll think about them and get back to you. Look, Eva Longoria, everybody. Eva Longoria has now confirmed something that we've all been talking about.
Yeah, for about 3 months.
Talk about it.
Remember that show Ready for Love? It lasted 3 shows. It was on a few months ago. It was a dating show. It was like The Bachelor. I know it's not my thing either, really, and it wasn't a lot of people's thing. But Ernesto Arguello, who was this very good-looking guy on the show, Latin guy, Miami entrepreneur, everyone was buzzing that Eva was dating him. She executive produced the show. Well, now she's saying the media sort of forced her into it because now they are dating. She was denying it at first. She just went home to Nicaragua, met his parents with him. They had a great little bond going on, and they're very philanthropic. They both speak Spanish. I mean, there's a lot in common going on.
And this announcement that she's making formally wouldn't have anything to do with Tony Parker, her ex-husband, announcing that he's engaged to a French journalist, would it?
Perhaps. Yes, he's been dating Excel Francine. She's a French journalist for about 2 years, and just last week in a Twitter chat, he said he likes spending time with his fiancée when he's not working. And meanwhile, he hasn't confirmed it, but he has been spotted out looking for rings, so it could be any day now. Maybe she was trying to one-up him. It got very competitive with them towards the end, if you remember.
Well, he did cheat on her.
Yeah, well, they were saying.
Longoria.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations to all 4 of them, at any rate.
Yep.
Ian.
There you go.
Another round of terrific stories.
We could go all day.
All day. This is our friend Ian Drew, everybody. Us Weekly Magazine's got the best stories that's on newsstands right now. Keep it here. Up next, Royal Pain star Mark Feuerstein is here. Our next guest started his hit show around the same time as we started our show, and he's been a friend to the show ever since. He plays Dr. Hank Lawson on USA's hit series Royal Pains. Take a look.
Divya's going through a huge change in her life. I mean, you saw her. She was completely off balance, just left. Listen, we cannot freak out on her, and we can't freak her out.
You're right. Totally. You're absolutely right. It just doesn't make any sense. Jeremiah, really?
Okay, maybe while you're still wrapping your head around this, you should just give her some room to breathe.
I'm just not ready to have a baby.
Please welcome Mark Feuerstein. What's up? Hi, Mark. Always nice to see you. Yeah. Woo. Were you here the whole holiday weekend?
I was not. I heard it was very hot here, though.
It was like
Yes.
101 degrees.
I was in Los Angeles with my family, and we pool hopped. We don't have a pool, so we mooched off all of our friends who do. You know what I'm talking about.
Why don't you have a pool? I'm not judging. We don't have a pool either. We're not responsible enough.
We're down-to-earth people. We don't need a pool, but we may get one eventually.
Yeah.
Eventually. But I had a great moment. You were talking about doing Chicago, which congratulations.
Thank
That
you,
is
Mark.
so awesome.
Thank you.
I mean, it's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
So yesterday I had this great moment with my daughter. When I learned my lines, I pace like a homeless person the streets of Los Angeles, just memorizing my lines.
Yes.
My daughter is in Annie in her little summer camp. Yeah, she's playing like the dog catcher and one of the boys who makes fun of Sandy. So she's got her script, and we paced around the block together learning our lines. And it was so awesome.
That's a nice
until she
bonding
asked me
time.
to test her, and then I was brutal. I was like, no, you missed a
God.
word. You will go get her a collar and a leash.
This is exactly why I didn't do any of that testing at home with my family, because they were doing the same thing. I was like, no.
I know, I gotta ease up.
So your kids are so cute. I saw a
Thank
recent
you.
picture. Look at his kids, all three of them.
That's what, thank you.
How old are they now?
7, that's the one who's in Annie. Lila, Frisco is 5, and Addie is 3.5.
Look at them.
Thank you.
So they're on a sugar high right there.
Yes. We were in Disneyland, there's no way to avoid it.
Yeah.
You're gonna buy lollipops.
Well, okay, so congratulations on Royal Pains' 5th season. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Your character, Dr. Lawson, has really evolved over the seasons. Tell us what he's up to now.
Okay, I will. This season, I've gotten to do some amazing stuff that I've never gotten to do. We went to Budapest to shoot, and the episode that was just on recently was with me being like a Matt Damon, Jason Bourne type of character. I got drugged, and then I was trying to save the life of the brother of our landlord, Boris, who finally has come back, which nobody knew whether he was alive or dead. In the middle of the street, I'm performing an operation. And then also, I had a surgery in the off-season.
Here's the big thing.
Here's the big thing.
Hit it.
So I'm on some pain medication.
And you get?
And we don't know whether or not I'm going to be able to get off the pain medication.
You're not going to be able to get off.
I don't
because
know. I can't
here's
tell
my,
you.
Here's my thought, because I'm all caught up, right? These pills are big. They're ruining society. I mean, they're good when they're good, and people are taking advantage of them.
Right.
And your character does need to take advantage of pills. I mean, it's interesting to watch through TV.
Yes.
Yeah, it is, Mark.
It is. I agree with you. Look, I'm so grateful that I'm on a show where the writers, though we're on like a very clean Blue Skies network, are not afraid to go into the dark side and give my character a little edge. So I'm thrilled about that.
Now, Royal Pains is about Mark plays an elite doctor out in Long Island, not like a regular doctor where we go to the practice. This is the kind of doctor who comes to your house and does things for the rich. So you really are
the rich and the poor. I made a commitment in in our 4th episode, season 1, to take care of both the rich and I'm the Robin Hood of medicine, if you will.
Are.
And so we have a character, Officer Don, who is one of the people in Strong Island, as I like to say.
Yes.
And so he is very democratic about his medicine.
Yes. And so shooting in Long Island for authenticity has your family in LA.
Yes.
So how's your wife, first of all, how long are you gone from your family, and how's your wife dealing with your schedule?
Yes, it's a very touchy subject. We shoot here in New York for 5 months, and in the past few seasons, my wife has been able to come with the kids, but this year she's got her own work in LA, so
and your oldest is about to start 1st grade.
About to start second grade.
Yes. So she can't be all flying around with daddy.
She can't be all flying around with daddy.
Okay.
So I come home every weekend, every other weekend, And there are moments where on a Saturday morning, I'll be up at 6, make breakfast with the kids till 8, go to the Coffee Bean, hang out. Then we'll go to the farmer's market in Studio
Making
City.
up for lost time.
Yes.
Yes.
So we'll come home.
And plus you're Jewish, you got Jewish guilt.
A lot of guilt.
Okay, okay.
And a lot of hair. I mean, guilt,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
So I'll come home at like 11 o'clock, and my wife will say, I'll say, honey, look, it's been, like I've been up since 6, 5 hours with the kids. She's like, 5 hours? I've been with them 5 months.
Yes.
You'll stay with the kids. You'll hang out.
But the good thing is that because you're from New York and you shoot in New York, I heard that has you especially close with your parents, which I love. That
Yes.
You live at your parents' house when you're here?
I do. It's great. It's great.
That.
Yes, once the same issue will come up with the 5 months versus 5 hours thing with my mother, because sometimes I'll come home, I'm exhausted, it's been like a long day, it's 11:30 at night. I'll come into my parents' apartment just to say hello to my mom and say goodnight, and she'll say, Mark, do you want some ice cream? I got your favorite ice cream, it's in the fridge. I'll say, yes, I do.
And there's a plate in the warmer?
Exactly. And then she'll say, great. If you could just sit down and tell me about your day for the next half hour.
Oh, yeah.
And so there's a little bit of a quid pro quo,
Yeah.
but I'm happy to sit with my mother and tell her about my day, and it all works out.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That is nice. Now, is it true that you ran into Jay-Z on a flight in Budapest? First of all, didn't you always think that Jay-Z, like in your mind, flies private? Well, apparently he flies public also.
That's right. He flies with the Nuchschleppers like me.
So talk about this situation.
So we're flying back from Budapest. I mentioned that we shot in Budapest, and we're on British Airways first class. I think I'm a big shot, big deal.
There you are.
Then I turn around and there's Jay-Z. So I realize where I am in the food chain on the first class.
Yeah.
So I'm standing there, and I actually had heard that Jay-Z and Beyonce watch Royal Pains. Somebody had told me that they were into it. So I'm like, this gives me confidence, right? So he's going to the bathroom, poor guy, and I'm like, hey, Jay-Z, I'm a big fan.
How far into the flight was this? An hour, 2 hours? Had you taken
Wendy,
off?
this is right before we've taken off. I don't waste any time.
Oh my God!
Oh my God! The second I'm there, like, hey, Jay-Z.
Yes.
And he like, if you saw the look in his eyes, the confusion and he couldn't have recognized. He didn't know me from kindergarten. I mean, he didn't know me at all.
Did you press the issue?
Not at all.
Oh,
he's like, yeah, thanks, man, and he goes and pees.
Yeah.
Like a human being. Then I spent the rest of the flight thinking up ways with the executive producer on the flight how I'm gonna go up to Jay-Z and talk to him. Right?
Did you ever?
I'm thinking about, I do a rap for Royal Pains, like season 5, we had a rap.
No, you didn't ask for a record
and so
deal.
I'm like, I'm gonna come up to, no, I did not ask for a record deal.
Okay.
That would have been funny. But I thought maybe I'll go up to him and ask for notes, so I'll go up to him and be like, we're going back to the beach, y'all, in the Hamptons where life is so sweet, y'all. And maybe Jay-Z will be like, oh, I've got to use that as a sample on my next album. Which I don't think he was gonna do. I don't think he was going to do that.
I love that story, and it's always fun when you come by.
It's so fun
Everybody,
to be here.
This is our friend Mark Feuerstein. Royal Pains airs Wednesday nights at 9 on USA Network. Up next, it's time for Ask Wendy. Don't go away. Hey, it's time for Ask Wendy. How you doing?
Hi, Wendy. How you doing?
Doing well. How can I help?
My name is Jessica. I've actually been with my boyfriend for 8 years, and he finally proposed to me, which I'm really excited about that.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How old are you, Jessica?
I'm 27 years old.
27. Since 19.
Yes.
Is
we're
he 27 also?
No, he's actually only 25.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Got a younger man. And it's great. I'm excited that I'm engaged. However, he didn't give me a ring. Yeah.
What is that on your finger?
Oh, it's a fashion Marc Jacobs ring. Yeah, it's just a fashion
Are you wearing
ring.
that because you're embarrassed because he didn't give you a ring?
I am embarrassed. And I don't know how to tell my friends and my family that I'm engaged because I don't have a ring. I have nothing to show them.
Is this your first time letting people know?
I told my mother.
What'd your mom say?
She was like, okay. You know, I mean, I don't think she took it seriously either because
Neither
I'm
am
not
I.
Really, yeah, I don't know how to really be excited about it because he won't really talk about like the plans or nothing.
Honey.
I don't know.
When did he ask you to marry him?
He asked me about 2 months ago.
About 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And in what manner?
It was very casual. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning.
2 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, I was actually in bed. Yeah.
Were you sleeping? Or
I was sleeping. He woke me up and he was like, "Hey, Jess, will you marry me?"
Okay, Jessica, this is not a real engagement.
All right.
There needs to be a ring, and I don't care. Like, there's some girls who don't leave the house without the ring and whatnot. But even if you're a girl who doesn't want to wear the ring, you at least he needs to give it to you, and then you put it in the drawer. No engagement, no date, no ring. This is not real. And furthermore, he's only 25 years old, so I'm questioning a lot. Yeah. Jess, like this is, you know, I'm questioning a lot. You're his first and only love, and he's your first and only love. I'm questioning a lot, Jess. Take that ring off there, though, and put it on your pinky. That's your pimp hand.
Thank you.
Everybody, keep it here. There's more Ask Wendy after the break.
Thank you.
Ask Wendy is on. How you doing?
Hi, Wendy. How you doing?
Good.
My name is Emily. I've been friends with this guy for like 4 years, and he always has acted like he likes me, but I know he's really shy. So recently, I took a move, and I told him I liked him, but he told me he just wants to be friends. Yeah. So I felt like he kind of led me on for 4 years, and I just wanted to know, do you think I should still be his friend?
Sure. I mean, just regular, now that you know what it is he a nice person outside of being potential boyfriend?
Very nice.
Sure, Emily. And maybe he'll come around. If he doesn't, like, don't hold your breath, but sure.
Okay.
Be his friend. Yeah.
Right.
Very well. Up next, everybody, we're going to reveal our audience eye candy of the day. Don't miss it. I'm standing with Camille Cower. She's our audience eye candy of the day. Camille, you get a diva fan. Tell us about your head-to-toe look, because you are bomb.
Hi, Wendy. How you doing?
Good.
Okay, great. This Zara is actually from this necklace is actually from Zara, and then it's from New York and Company, and then Uniqlo and Bandolino, all for under $100.
Wow.
Yeah.
Girl on a budget. Our kind of people. Everybody, thank you, Camille. You guys, keep it here. We'll be right back. Today, I want to thank my guests, my co-host, my studio audience. Tomorrow, Bethany Frankel will be here. I love you for watching today, and I'll see you next time on Wendy. Bye.